welcome to Dine and Wine Time with Tiffy and Ebby, Nappy and Proud Sisters we are. And tonight we are in Aggie's Kitchen once again using our Power Air Fryer XL. This evening we are making steak. So we have two beautiful cuts of ribeye steak that have been seasoned with Sours, roast, and prime rib rub, as well as Worcestershire sauce. And I know that I pronounced that wrong, but just don't judge me, okay? But that's drizzled with that sauce. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So we're just going to go ahead and put these two lovely steaks in our basket here. This, again, is the 5.3 quart basket. So I'm just going to set it down there and go ahead and take my steaks. Hopefully two of these fit in there. I'm hoping that the basket size is big enough. These are some big steaks. Okay, I think I'm just kind of making it work here. Okay, let me give y'all a closer look of the steaks in this basket because I was able to make it work. Thought it wasn't going to work, but there you have our nicely seasoned ribeye steaks. And now we're just going to go ahead and put this in the air fryer like so. And there is a steak setting on this air fryer, so I am going to go ahead and touch my power button to kind of put this on. And then I want to touch my M button for the presets, and I'm going to put it on the steak preset. There we go. It gives me a timing of 12 minutes at 400 degrees. I like my steaks medium. I think the 12 minutes will cook maybe medium well to well. But I'm just going to turn my timer down by 2 minutes so that hopefully it'll give me a medium steak which has a hot red center. So halfway through this 10-minute mark, so at 5 minutes we're going to come back. I am going to flip the steaks over, maybe cut a tiny bit in the middle to see how it's looking. So at the 5-minute mark, I'll come back and check. We'll flip it and then see how the rest turns out. See y'all at 5. Okay, y'all, we are now at 5 minutes, so that means we are halfway through our cooking time. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the basket out. Remember that when you do take the basket out when you are cooking the steak, or cooking, period, that it does actually stop or pause the timer for you. So this actually looks really brown. Let me show y'all how that looks here. So that's how we're looking right now. It looks really good. And I'm going to just go ahead and flip this so that the other side can cook. Okay. So yeah, I can kind of tell that still does need to cook some more, of course. I mean, we are just halfway through. But I also do not want a medium rare steak. So we've just flipped it. Again, I'm just going to show y'all how it looks on the other side there. And you can still see it's a little red or uncooked. So we're going to go ahead and let this cook for another 5 minutes. Now after the 5 minutes, if it's still not cooked well enough for my liking, then I'll probably just put it on another 2 minutes and see where that gets us. So we'll check again in 5 more minutes. Okay, y'all, looks like my steak is finished, or I wouldn't say the steak is finished, but at least the timer has gone off. So let's see how we're looking. It's sizzling. So this thing is really hot, so I've kind of obtained some gloves here. Let me show y'all how it looks. Nice and brown. You see that? Sizzling steak. So I'm going to also also flip it again. I want to see how the other side looks, just to see if it still looks good. Okay. Juices are running through. Awesome. It feels really tender. Like when you like poke into it. I can't remember what that's called, but I'm just going to get a knife here, and I just want to cut in the middle. Usually you let the steak rest, but I just need to see if it's done the way that I like it. So yeah, that looks good. That looks good. So we're going to let it rest for a little while. Sorry, let's see. We're going to let it rest for a little while. It looks medium, just the way that I like it. And after we allow it to rest, then we're going to have dinner. But let me take it out. Maybe I can take it out here and really show it better to y'all. Sorry I didn't take it out of the basket. Okay, y'all. Here we go. Delicious looking steak. Cannot wait to have these for dinner. So we'll probably give these about a 10-minute resting time, maybe 7 to 10-minute resting time. In the meantime, we are going to be having Bob Evans mashed potatoes. Y'all know I love Bob Evans. So that's what we're going to have with our steak. And then, of course, we got to have a glass of wine. And tonight's choice is going to be a Roscato. Roscato is Italian. We first had this, I think, we had dinner at Olive Garden. I know that they have this wine on their shelf. So after we had this, we definitely did want to taste it. So we went to the store, World Market, to purchase this. And I think this is really not expensive, maybe $9.99 a bottle, and it's a sweet red wine, although I know you're supposed to have dry red wine with your steak, but it's all right. You drink whatever you like. So Roscato is wine of choice this evening with our dinner. So you all, with that said, we are going to come back maybe next week with another video on what we're going to have for dinner, but we're going to go ahead and enjoy the steak after we've let it rest for a little bit. Let the juices kind of get all in there. And we'll see y'all later.